Happy Tears Day. Let's talk about the power of instinct. So, in considering what to discuss on this video, and having had an instinctive notion to change convention last week, I felt it's important to have a small discussion on the power of instinct and how that can be of value, and that it, like many things, there's a positive and there's a negative side to it, because you can trust your instincts, and your instincts can lead you to success, and they can also lead you to failure. And obviously, we are the juxtaposition of will, that we can trust our instincts or we can choose not to trust them, and only in the moment can you make that decision, and we can learn from those decisions whether they are positive or negative. And you have to experience positive and negative, I guess, to gain wisdom. So the power of instinct is quite important, really, when you are on your path, your life path, when you are making your journey for yourself, that there are times that you have to trust your instincts and make decisions based on that, whether you can, I don't know, walk blindly into something and trust you have the wisdom to work through it, or whether to shy away from it and stay well clear. So to bring that sort of into my runic journey and sort of reaffirm or realize that last week I made the decision to stick with the runes I had and to work with them for a second week, rather than my ordinary practice of working with runes for 1 week only. And I think to some extent it was because it had been a quiet week. Not necessarily as an accusation against the runes or myself. It's just that sort of something was not active, shall we say, or I'd say it was quiet. And when it came around to last Wednesday, last Odin's Day, there was just a feeling that perhaps I should wait and hold on to the connection with the two runes. And obviously hindsight is a great thing, as I come to Tears Day to reflect that they have, or that instinct served me well, really. I mean, when we think of AWAS, I'm just looking at some of the buzzwords, if you like, the things that AWAS stands for, with trust, teamwork and cooperation. They are things that, since last Thursday in particular, have sort of really come to the fore. Let's just say that these are things that have been activated, if you like, and are featuring heavily with work at the moment. And that's great. There's also obviously reasons to be cautious. However, there are also reasons to take opportunity and to sort of step up and to trust. and to speak to my colleagues in ways I don't necessarily do on a common basis, because I tend to be alone most of the time, but I do have work colleagues. And in this past week, we have spoken more than we have done for some time, which is good. This is good. And also, at the weekend, I attended a local ritual, which to some extent was a little bit of a departure. That while it was a pagan ceremony, it was a druidic ceremony rather than Norse pagan. And that's, I think, where we come to the other rune, where I wouldn't say I was initiated into druidism. It's more a case of they are open, they welcomed us. So it wasn't just me, it was a friend with me. And there's certain things that we did in ritual that lend towards protection, growth, enlightenment, and the land, which really are all connections to Yggdrasil. And it was in many ways quite a powerful ritual from what I experienced. And in doing the ritual, having read up a lot on the druidic nature and their stories and lore, the sources, I wasn't out of my comfort zone. It's more sort of a reason to acknowledge and see that while there might be some different tools being used, the undercurrent of power and purpose are essentially the same. And it's important to not let our differences in practice be a reason to separate us. There's something the more they should be enjoyed and sort of heard and experienced. And in that way, you can increase your own power, your own understanding. What was interesting during the ritual was the manifestation for me of certain runes as I observed the ritual and was a part of it, but I had no speaking parts or anything other than sort of when I was asked if there was anyone to remember. And visualizing the runes was very easy during certain processes when there was talk of fire and water, and really talking about ancestors and spirits. So once we finished, I felt a level of peace and satisfaction, and that we had performed something that was quite powerful and in tune with its purpose. So really, trusting my instincts has proved for me quite a wise decision, and I suppose to some extent wrapped up sort of what will be the closing of a period of time as we approach the winter solstice, because obviously tomorrow, once we celebrate the winter solstice, that's the longest night of the year, and we then look forward to the sun returning. Better days that return, better days will return. And obviously tomorrow, that will be Odin's Day for the winter solstice. And I know which runes I wish to work with for the week. I think they're quite simple and appropriate for the week that is about to commence. So there probably won't be much surprise there, but it doesn't have to be surprising or any ulterior motives or anything designed to have work to it, because over the next week, while there's some personal things to work through, there's also really, with the time of year, it being the holiday season, that we remember two important things. The first being family, and the second being joy. And if you know your runes, they should be quite easy to piece together. So that's about it, really. I could waffle on longer, but I'm not going to. I will leave you in peace to your day, hoping that it's a good one. Thank you for watching. Do take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.